Hi guys, my name is Sean. I'm a houseplant enthusiast from Jakarta, Indonesia. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be introducing you to my trip here in Bali. There will be a lot of video contents regarding different topics as I'm spending the next week or so here. But this vlog right here is going to be a little bit more travel style as I show you sort of the sights that I see, the places that I go to, and the plants that I meet along the way. So this is probably going to serve as an index because it covers the entire trip, whereas for more topic-specific content, there's going to be videos on that coming up soon. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I'm traveling here all alone, even though it is kind of the midst of a pandemic here where cases are soaring in Jakarta. And I am largely avoiding people. I'm going to very remote places. In fact, I'm also enlisted a driver that is going to be with me for the next few days, and there's a protective covering between me and the driver. So I'm keeping very distance from other people and being safe, and I hope that you guys are being safe as well. So let me tell you about my day today. It's been crazy. So I woke up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and then of course I had to take care of Gia, my dog, and then the caretaker came over to the house. She's going to be watering my plants for the rest of the week. And I had to train her. That's why I was actually very late for the airport. I was only about 40 minutes before departure time when I arrived at the airport, and there were so many stamps to chop and paperwork to file in because of COVID that I almost did not make my flight. So I was actually running the whole time and did not manage to film any of the introduction there or at the airport, but I was actually quite surprised by the number of people that are traveling. Everything is packed. So I guess I was probably the only one that was in lockdown for the past year or so. And I traveled very safely. I had double masks on, even though some people may say that that's not very effective. And I kept distance away from other people. I sanitized often. And I do have friends in Bali, and when they asked me if I wanted to hang out, I would politely say no because I'm really keeping this trip mostly for myself. Also, it is my business partner's wedding, so I'm going to her wedding, but there's going to be COVID testing before and after her wedding event, so everybody should be kept pretty safe. None of the places that you see in this video are going to be sponsored. I found them on my own free will, or sometimes I just discover them because I'm not someone that plans things in advance. I'm pretty random and ad hoc. So I'm going to start my day. I'm going to start finding a place for lunch because it's pretty late here, and I'm going to be editing some videos. I want to talk to some staff members here because I wanted to see how they care for plants here, because there's going to be a content about the plants and landscaping here in this resort. So here's a walkthrough to Pink Coco, and I'm shouting over traffic noise, but look at how beautiful this entrance is, and look at that. It says lovers come. Too bad I'm alone, but yeah, when you come in, that's the lobby over there, and then to the left here you'll see a little food area, and then yeah, you'll be in for a surprise. Look at how peaceful that is. And of course there's going to be a dedicated video on the plants around here, so I'm going to show you that. But first of all, let me take you to my room, and it's way over there. But look at this swimming pool here. Look at this beautiful Spanish house looking building. It's really beautiful. Everything here is pink. So as the name suggests, Pink Coco is the name of the hotel, that they're not really shy with using pink. So let me walk into my room and show you what it looks like. And I just basically arrived and put my luggage down and decided to take this clip. I love this couch here. Look at that. It's just out facing the pool over here. Oh my gosh, I really can't wait to be sitting here and working on editing some videos later. And let's look inside. Ta-da! So this is the bedroom, and I love that the ceiling is super tall, and there's like these beautiful murals, very dreamlike murals. And yeah, they have a mosquito net, which I'm looking forward to using. I have not used one of these in a long time. But yeah, so this is the room. It is very beautiful. I love the textured walls. It just reminds me of being somewhere exotic. And then there's a little couch here. And back here, this is the bathroom. It's looking a little orange on the screen, but this is actually pink in color. Could be due to the lighting. And that's the My English is failing me. That's where we wash our hands. That's a washing basin or whatever. And then out here we have a shower that is actually semi-outdoors. So as you can see here, it's a little bit outdoors, and there's some plants here to keep me company while I'm showering. There's a philodendron burla marks up here hanging. I didn't know that they can look so cute hanging up here on a terracotta pot. Very cute. So yeah, this is my home for the next 2 days before I move on to somewhere else. So I checked in and I looked at a few restaurants nearby. A lot of them were closed, but this one's open and it looks very beautiful. It's called Ours, and the decor looks pretty nice. And I'm actually sitting behind a wall of cacti and sansevieria. This is actually really nice, and over there there's adenium over there. And I'm actually enjoying the company of a cacti here that is grafted. Every table has one of these. They're all different species. But how thoughtful, right? A poke bowl, is that how you pronounce it? Poke or pokey? But it's basically Asian style salad. If I may say, it's probably Japanese inspired with the edamame and seaweed. And a little bit of a tangy Japanese sauce here. This is probably ponzu. I'm outside of a convenience store, but check this out. This is so beautiful. Hello, you beauties. And this whole tree is in bloom right now. Very, very pretty. I don't know what you are. It's got whiskers. Very nice. These right here, this looks otherworldly. Look at the flowers on these. Oh my goodness, this one's so very feisty looking. It's like a flamenco dress. Very interesting. They're all kind of fuzzy and they have different shapes and they come in yellow and red. And the leaves are quite nice. It's got a really long main line coming through it, and then the new ones are a little bit purple. Very, very interesting plant. Something tells me they like to be in full sun. So onwards I go to the beach. I have to pay an entrance fee to get inside, but it's my first time here, so we'll see what it looks like inside. All right, so it's about 5 p.m. I guess. I don't know what time sunset is, but I'm going down to the beach and I just paid an entrance fee of 10,000 Indonesian rupiah, which is not a lot. Look at all that bougainville up there. They look so happy. And yeah, I really haven't seen the beach in a very long time, and somehow I miss it. Normally I would come to Bali, and when I come to the beach, it's just like, you know, just another beach. I did not feel like I long for it, but this time, after being 15 months locked up at home, it's a whole new experience. I'm actually very excited. I may in fact even go in the water because I never go in the water when I'm in the beach. It's just salty and oh my god, where am I? Where am I? Yeah, I'm not expecting this. I guess I should really get out of here before nightfall because I don't think I want to be caught here when the sun comes down. I see people here. I guess I'm going the right way. Careful here not to fall over. Okay, you ready for this? I hope it's beautiful. I don't know, I'm not overwhelmed yet. It doesn't look amazing yet. I saw images in Google Maps and it was beautiful, crystal blue water, and now the water just looks kind of gray, I guess. But let's see. Try not to fall as I am filming. Okay, so this again is Padang Padang Beach. It's alright. Maybe it's the weather. The weather is a little bit gloomy, and maybe or it's the time of the day as well. The sun is over there somehow. So I have my mask on, and I think most of the people here have their masks on as well. So we really have to be kind of mindful and careful around people here, and it's a little bit uncomfortable. And in fact, I may get a little tan line here at the end of the week, but oh well. So I'm nearing the water, and I'm about to get my feet wet in seawater. I don't know, I'm starting to get excited. But of course, if it's cold, I will chicken out because I hate cold water. It's actually not so bad. Oh, this feels really nice, you guys. Ah, here we are. Let me get down a little bit. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna go swim or if I'm gonna lay by the sand or if I'm just gonna sit there and do nothing. I was hoping for a quieter beach because there are a lot of kids and dogs running around, barking, shouting. Yeah, I'm actually gonna check out the rocky corners over there. So I'm on the other side of the rocks. I passed by some of those boulders over there, and it's actually very nice here. It's nice and quiet, although, I don't know, there's a lot of seaweed in the water. I don't know if I want to get in. But I guess I'm gonna stroll a little bit more to see what's out there, but that's actually quite beautiful. I'm walking on a bunch of seaweed. This is probably not the kind of content you guys signed up for. So I left the beach, actually went in the water for 5 minutes, and then something brushed up against my legs and I freaked out and I swam back to shore. I have an irrational fear of marine animals or urchins or jellyfish attacking me. But now I'm standing on this really cool bridge and I'm overlooking the beach that we were just on. Of course, there's too much traffic noise around me for you to hear me. But I'm gonna be looking for dinner. There's a local dinner place that I found on Google Maps. I just find them by rating and by randomness. So yeah, it's about 450 meters that way. So it's gonna be a bit of a walk. Guess there's a change in dinner plans. I'm supposed to walk by this narrowing, winding road with no sidewalk. And there are cars. Look at that. Yeah, that's not safe at all. So I'm gonna turn back and find something else to eat. So I ended up getting tacos. It's a bit of a walk from the hotel, but I'm having it to go before the sundown. I mean, I don't want it to get dark because as you can see, there's no traffic. Because there's no traffic lights, I gotta walk all the way back to the hotel. It's so sad that all the restaurants are closed. I would say 90% of them are closed. So there's not that many options here, but actually a friend sent me here, told me that this is really good. Chef got me some fabulous tacos and jalapeno poppers, and then I've got a bottle of lychee beer. This is my first time trying it, and I'm back here in my hotel right before sundown. I'm gonna enjoy this and call it a night. I'm gonna be editing some videos tonight. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. So it is the next morning, and actually, this is a place that I really loved going to before the pandemic, but it's closed. Look at how cute the sign is. So it's pretty sad. They have really good decor, they have really good food, and they have some really cool hanging plants up here. I remember they had some, oh, there you go. There's some cute Adansonias. It's still here, so I'm totally trespassing. But I really love these hanging pots. Yeah. That's pretty amazing that people can leave this out here, because if this was in Jakarta, it would be gone in like overnight. I guess you can see the extent of the damage caused by COVID. That's pretty sad, you guys. I think 90% of the businesses here are closed. So I'm heading down this pathway here. It leads me down to a little resort that you have to hike into because no cars can really get in here. And then there's a cliff that you climb down into, and there's another beach there. But I'm hoping that the resort is open and I can grab some breakfast there, because apparently this hotel that I'm staying at, they don't provide breakfast. I don't know if that's a permanent thing. I have a feeling that's only because of the pandemic with low capacity. Just walked by a bunch of monkeys. I hope they're not following me. So monkeys here, they can sometimes snatch like items from you, like your sunglasses and your personal oh, I guess cars can get in here, like your personal items, like your mobile phone, and then to get them back, you're gonna have to barter with them with a banana or peanuts or something. And look at that. Oh my goodness. I can do this every day. Okay, so I'm actually heading down there. But here, there is a villa that used to be filled with people and pool, but the pool has dried up. This is so sad, you guys. I guess I'm gonna head down. It's pretty steep climb down. I don't know if I'm gonna be filming this. Let's see, do I need two hands for this? Is very, very steep stairs, but look at that view. Look at that. I feel like I'm in Santorini right now. I've never been to Greece, but yeah, this is just what it feels like at the moment. Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me actually take all this in because I'm rather grateful. There's someone coming by. I need to make way. I'm rather grateful to be here after being locked down for 15 months at home with all the madness at work, with the crazy news. There's so much happening in this world, so much unhappiness, so much wrongs. I hope that we recover, you guys, not just from COVID, but from all the crazy stuff that's happening, like Myanmar, and where else is happening? Basically, politics in this world is going downhill. Down here, this is the resort area. I guess there's somebody over there, and there's a beautiful Diefenbachia over here. Look at how shiny and glossy these leaves are after the rain. Very cute. They can live everywhere. Yeah, the agonimas. There's some burla marks there. This really does feel a little bit like Greece. But I'm heading down this pathway here. There's some palms here that clearly don't want to be here. This is very low light. This is getting no light at all. Look at how scraggly it looks. I think these guys, they want a lot of light. And that soggy potting mix, that's probably wet all the time because it just keeps getting rained on. And look at all this yellowing on the leaves. This is overwatered and definitely not enough light. You see the views later. We may go down to the beach if the tide, no, the tide looks really high actually. So we may go down there. Look at this alocasia over here. We may head down there. So let's see. Something's trying, I think this is probably an alocasia trying to grow out of the fish mouth. Can you hear the sound of the ocean? Can you smell the sea? There's some caladiums down here, some ZZ plants, and I really love the floor works on these. Very, very interesting. And yeah, this is high tide. Normally that would be the beach. Like you could actually, let me show you so you can visualize. But this is a really cool lounge area. Let me come up here actually. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm gonna come up here actually. Wow. Woo! Will you look at that? So yeah, normally you can come down here. There's a pretty nice little beach here that are surrounded by boulders. So it makes for a lot of kind of a picturesque setting. And I really love the beams and the rooftop here. The whole bohemian vibe right here. And of course you can't hear me because there are waves crashing all around me. All right, fingers crossed. Whoa, you look at that view. And I hear music, so I guess it is open. So imagine you're just sitting on one of these tables, one of these chairs, I mean, with me and just staring at the endless ocean over there. The really beautiful plant. I don't know what this is. Look at that. It's just leaning over to the side of the cliff. And that's east because the sun is just coming up and it's starting to rain. So yeah, just imagine this space just having a margarita or something or coffee. And over there, those are hotel rooms. So people can just hang out on their balconies. So I got me a menu and I'm gonna find a table to sit on. But I really love these balconies. I want to stay here, but every time I try to book this hotel, it's fully booked. It's super fully booked. It's not expensive. But actually I should have booked this hotel because now it's pretty vacant over COVID. But dumb, I did not know that. But I'm glad with the hotel that I booked. Let me show you some of the table settings back here. There's some ferns, there's some palms back there. Very, very simple, but very interesting. Let me show you what it looks like here. Love the decor here. Look at how huge those umbrella marks is. It's bigger than my hand. And that's the bathroom over there. And just the waves crashing down. Oh my gosh, this is such a sight. Back here we've got a rock here with weird plants just trailing down, a lot of palms. I think these guys are definitely not getting enough light back here, but yeah. I really love the fact that they are trying to do something with the setting, with the design. But yeah, I think they could really benefit from having the right species of plants here, because palms, I don't know if this is the right place for palms under this. They're just not happy here. And then there's a little bar over here. And more of the ocean. I don't know, this feels so surreal to me. I feel like I'm in a theme park. I don't think this is real. That over there, that's really cool. It looks like you can lay on the net right above the sea. Very interesting. And look at those other villas here too. We were actually back there yesterday. I don't know if you remember. We trekked all the way down to like here, this section here, and then went back. So yeah, I'm gonna start ordering breakfast. I guess I'm all alone here. This place is normally very packed. So just finished my breakfast and I had a really great meal of just classic eggs, bacons, toast. And one of the things that I enjoy about being here is that there's no phone signal. So there's really no distraction from the outside world, and I feel really disconnected from everyone else. And it's also raining a little bit. It started raining again, so I'm stuck here for a while. I'm gonna watch some Netflix, hang out with my thoughts, and walk back when it stops raining. So I'm walking back to my hotel. It's about 500 meters away, but man, those stairs. My thighs are on fire now. I guess I haven't really worked those leg muscles in a long time. It's a pretty good breakfast, a pretty good walk. I didn't have to wait very long for the rain to stop. But as you can see, I have my mask on, even though there's not a soul around me. I don't know, I feel very strong about mask wearing. First of all, it doesn't bother me that much, even though I'm out of breath a little bit more. But if I have a very, very small percentage, like a 0.0001% chance that I can prevent myself and also protect others from getting infected, I'm gonna wear it, because it's a sign of respect and love for yourself and for other people. It's not a political statement. It is temporary, because once COVID is done, things will get back to normal. But we have our job to do now, which is to get vaccinated and to prevent variants from spreading and from developing. So we're kind of in a losing war now, because a lot of people are not really observing social distance, just being ignorant, just being too complacent. That's gonna cause this problem to linger a lot longer than it has to. So wear your mask, people. Keep your distance. Now is not the time to gather with your friends and families. So I don't know. I think the pandemic could have been over now if we all worked together, but we did not. So that was disappointing. Anyway, sorry you have to stare at my face. First of all, I don't like this angle because my eye bags really show up. But yeah, I'm gonna head back to the hotel. I may take a nap because I didn't have my coffee this morning. Coffee's so expensive there, yo. So I may take a nap because coffee actually really do wake me up quite a bit. So, and I'm tired. And then I'm gonna wake up for the second time, get a cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna edit some videos I don't know, there's not much else to do around here. I guess everything's closed. So I have a wedding to go to tomorrow that's in another part of the island. So I'm gonna take you guys there with me. All right, I am still quite a ways from the hotel. See ya. So I'm looking for lunch here at the hotel. They only have this at the pandemic, I guess. This is the only selection, but this is actually nasi campur. It's mixed local dishes with rice. So nasi campur is kind of popular. Even in Jakarta, we have restaurants that have nasi campur. So yeah, they basically mix fish, tofu, vegetables. Let me see what are some of the notable ones. So this is my favorite. I love bitter gourd. Amazing. That's spinach. Chapchai, this is like Chinese influence, like mixed vegetables. Yeah, and a lot of tempeh and things like that here. And a bit this jackfruit, nangka. Yeah, these are also very popular for the. This is lunch, Balinese style, and I'm doing a little bit of work while I'm eating. There's some coffee and Sprite. I'm gonna treat myself with some sugary soft drinks while I'm on holiday. But yeah, here we go. Came across this weed on the ground. It is looking so pretty actually. I almost want to take cuttings of these home. Alright, I'm gonna go find some breakfast. It's so dead in here, you guys. So I walked by 2 different breakfast places. One of them's over there and they're all closed. I'm a little bit worried because I do have to check out, but I have no place to get breakfast from. There's one more place called The Loft. It's a chain restaurant. There's a chain in Canggu area. It's a pretty good place, and let's see if that's open. Okay, so the restaurant that I wanted to approach is over there, but there are some stray dogs and I don't think I want to go there. And there's the Anantara Hotel here. I don't know how far the walk is in there. And some Radisson here as well. I don't know how far the walk would be in there, but it's probably expensive to get breakfast there. I'm just gonna walk back feeling defeated because I definitely cannot find any places for breakfast. And you hear the dogs barking in the distance. I find that, first of all, Bali has a lot of stray dogs. It's got a stray dog, oh my god, my hair's a mess. Bali's got a stray dog problem because foreigners brought the dogs here and then left them here, and they just bred and there's just so many of them. They're all mixed breed. Generally speaking, they're friendly, but I think COVID brought something out in them because I noticed in this trip that they are a lot more aggressive. I have a feeling that's probably because the locals are more struggling in terms of food to feed these dogs, and there's also so many less there's only 10% of the tourists that are here, and a lot of restaurants have closed, and these dogs actually depend on these restaurants and these foreigners for food. So maybe they are becoming a little bit more, what is the word for it? They're becoming a little more desperate for food and things like that. So I'm definitely keeping away from dogs this trip. I hope that the population bounces back. And I do hope that Bali does something about these dogs, maybe to spay or neuter them, because it's not fair for them to live in this world. There are a lot of cases where dogs are just mauled by cars and motorbikes, by accident of course. So yeah, I'm walking back to my hotel now. It's a pretty long walk with no breakfast in my belly. Hang on, you know what? This place, I just heard music come on. Hear that? This is the place that I came first to see if they were open, and maybe they are. Let me check it out. They open in 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't think I have time. I'm just gonna keep walking. This is so sad, you guys. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I'm back in my room and I brought some friends with me. I guess this is breakfast for now. This is super unhealthy. And I got these all for 20,000 Indonesian rupiah. That's under $2. So I just checked in at the Ritz-Carlton in Nusa Dua. I haven't been to a fancy hotel in a very long time, and I want to give you guys a treat. Let's check out this main window here. It's actually very busy here, mostly Jakarta, I think, and some Surabaya people. These are some really rich ass people here. This is the resort, and I believe that's the wedding venue that I'm going to be attending tomorrow. It looks like the building is a few wings, so it leads this way and to that wing, and then this one also leads you to that wing, and I think you have to take the elevator down, and I believe that's some of the rooms. So I haven't gotten my room yet. I don't know where I'll be staying because they're still preparing, but will you look at that? Oh my goodness. Oh, can't wait to check this resort out. I may actually film a little bit of planty content here because there's quite a lot of interesting foliage action happening. But yeah, I guess I will keep you guys posted on what's happening here and show you what the room looked like and maybe even a little bit about the wedding. But this is looking to be a beautiful, beautiful hotel, and I feel spoiled and pampered here. All right, are you guys ready to see the room that I got? Okay. What's up? So when you come in here, there's a bathroom over here. There's this walk-in closet over there with my messy stuff. And then there's a, what do you call this? I don't know what this is called, a washing basin? Sink. And then that's the bathtub, which I may use later. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my gosh. And then a shower here. I'm so excited, you guys. This is very, very fancy. That's an actual office space that I could actually do a little bit of editing tonight. And then here is the bedroom. I haven't stayed somewhere so fancy in a long time. Normally, when I stay in nice resorts, it's with my family members because they pay for it. And in those situations, usually we get like 2 or 3 people per room because we're Asians like that. So it's always crowded. And this is actually my first time being alone in a luxurious resort in a beautiful room. When I'm traveling, I'm always traveling budget when I'm alone. So I don't know, can never find the heart to, or the wallet to get such a nice room by myself. I'm always traveling in, staying in 3 to 4 star hotels. I'm always flying budget airlines. So this is a very fancy trip for me. I'm really appreciate it, but I hope that this doesn't become a habit because I definitely cannot afford this kind of lifestyle. So out of the balcony, there's the main walkway. People do walk along that. I really love the architecture and the design. This is really beautiful. And down here, there is a private swimming pool for the people living down below. And I guess the pool connects you to the other rooms. Very nice, very jungle vibes. Oh my gosh, and that dracaena tree, that's really tall right there. And yeah, this is just so nice, you guys. I'm having a blast. I feel grateful to be here, to be invited to this wedding, this fancy wedding. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna show you some of the sights that I see later. So we're walking to the beach, and this is the bride. And we are on a buggy ride towards the beach. Let me show you some of the sights here. Ooh. It's been such a long time since I've been in a golf buggy. I think the last time I was in Yunnan in China. Last time I was on one of these. Very beautiful landscaping. So this hotel has been around for 7 years. I guess there are some natural canopy here. I think some of the older trees probably are native here, but then they added a lot of the landscaping later on. It's cool, it's very quiet here, which is great. I can smell the salt in the air.
The water is salty too.
Yeah. I guess tomorrow I'm going to be trying to walk to the beach, and this is how far we have to walk to get to the beach. But look at those. Those are private pools. They have a swim up.
Yeah, they're like one connected pool.
Yeah.
And then you get the direct pool access.
Ah.
On those rooms.
Nice.
The room side is like your room side though.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like
So they're all pretty standard, yeah, the size and the layout. Ah, I guess we are here. Yeah. Look at that chapel there. And this is where we're going to be. We're going to have a very quiet lunch, I guess. So see you later. So I'm waiting for food to arrive. We ordered, but let's have a look at the pool and the beach situation. Oh my goodness. This is the swimming pool. Look at how beautiful the water is. Like, I don't know if I want to jump in or not. I feel like I want to. Sometime maybe late in the evening. The sun is not really out today though, so I have a feeling the water might be a little bit cold. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of cold swimming pool water, but let's look at the lobby area where we checked in earlier. Look at that up there. This is so beautiful. This right here. Oh man. And then let me show you the beach. It looks so sad. I think it's just not the right time of the day. It's nice to have the sand beneath my feet again though. The sand here is a lot more smooth than the one that we experienced 2 days ago. But that looks pretty sad. I don't know if it's probably because of low tide. But there's nothing around me but the ocean and the smell of the sea salt. This is just pretty amazing. Yeah, that looks pretty ominous back there. I do like that it's quiet and peaceful, and it's not too spectacular at this time. I'm sure it looks nicer at other times. So I'm gonna sit over there. That's where I'm having lunch. This right here, this is so beautiful. And what if we get down on my knees and show you what it looks like from underneath? This is quite pretty. Look at these trees. This is really beautiful. I know that my dad has some of these in our home, and I believe they also come with the yellow flowers. If I'm not wrong, they're called the firecracker something. But they flower very profusely and all the time. So this is a really beautiful landscaping plan. Look at these trumpet-like flowers. This is quite a party right in there. Look at this one right here. This is pretty. This is a very common plant. We see them in the sidewalks, even in Jakarta. But very beautiful nonetheless. Look at these tantalizing seed pods. Is that what it is? Pollen. I have a feeling that if you get this pollen, this orange pollen on you, it might be difficult to get it off. But I love this paper thin leaf flowers. All right, so I hope that you guys don't mind the sound because I might buy a koi fish pond. So I see these walkway. I'm gonna take the right path because I do see some massive alocasias back there that's caught my eye. There's a lot of little fishies here. Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. My dad's koi fish is about 20 times the size of these. They can eat these for breakfast. And then there's some massive, I don't know what, it's like a euro or something. Look at how thick that is and how beautiful that is. Look at that. Whoa, nature is the best artist, let me tell you that. And then these are massive alocasias, and alocasias actually really love full sun. Hello everyone. Hello, these are huge. I see there's a gardener. I want to pull him over and talk to him, but I know I shouldn't. Yeah, when we look back, that's the view. Very nice. Look at how ominous this came down breakfast, and this is the breakfast views. Oh my goodness. I never thought this day would come where I could have a decent hotel breakfast again. And let me show you the food selection here. Oh, yum. I'm actually starving. I'm gonna be eating quite a bit. And then there's some fruits over here, yogurt over there, some salad. And then over here, this is just rows and rows of food. Oh man, look at the sausage. Nice. Some bacon. So yeah, Bali is a Hindu city, so pork is very common here, unlike in Jakarta where pork is not available. There's an omelette station, some boiled eggs, and here we have some Asian selection of noodles. I feel like I'm being a hotel guide here, but I haven't seen this in a really long time, and I'm very excited to show you. So this is some springs here with congee porridge. But everyone's staying safe. It's very quiet here, so yeah, I'm gonna start enjoying my breakfast. So this is a Balinese rojak. It's a salad, and I saw that they make it with some fish stock, some galangal, crushed galangal, some dried shrimp paste, and I see some seaweed, tomatoes, fried stuff, squid. There's some clam in there. This is my first time having it. I didn't even know this thing existed, so hopefully it's good. So we're in the elevator and we're moving up, and let's see what the view looks like from up above. Pretty. It's very sunny today, clear skies. And that's our room down there. And that's the beach. We're going for our swab, our antigen swab.
Ya, ambil di hidung kanan, relax, tarik nafas panjang. Ya, sudah selesai. Terima kasih.
Okay. Wow, that wasn't so bad. I'm negative, y'all. I'm good for the wedding tonight. It's a sacred little temple here. And that's what's great about Bali, is that there's many of these temples and they respect the tradition and the gods here. They do bring out morning offerings. And then here, this is a really beautiful walkway, and this leads us to our room. And if you go further down, it takes you to the beach. That is in fact a Ficus lyrata, a fiddle leaf fig, and it can get massively huge. And as you can see, they really thrive in direct sunlight, in full sun. So if you think that they're going to be happy indoors, they're not. This is how they like to grow. Beautiful bougainville in full bloom, full display. This is quite a nice walk that I'm having right now. We're behind some restaurants, and that's the swimming pool. So it is a second day, and the sun is out. So yeah, let me show you what it looks like, I guess, when the sun is out. Because yesterday was so gloomy, we couldn't really see any cheerful plants under the glorious sun. Look at how beautiful this is, the foliage. They're all basking in all this sunlight. And that's a swimming pool. Hopefully the beach will look better today than yesterday. So we'll find out in a few minutes. The waves look amazing. Look at that. I think we're gonna have a much better beach day today. Something caught my eye in this service station. So this is in fact a coconut or a palm, I'm not sure. Look at that, it's putting out a baby. Look at this contraption over here. Someone put that here. This is so thoughtful. Look at that root just propagating away. I wonder how they do that here. It's amazing. Hello, little one. Looks like an animal, doesn't it? Will you look at that? Whoa. The waves are actually a little bit fierce, but it might be fun to get in the water actually. Yeah, look at that. That's really beautiful water. It's the right shade of turquoise. It's greens fading into blues. Oh man, I'm definitely getting in, I think. Maybe just like knee deep, not too deep in there. Oh my gosh. We're walking to the wedding venue. See what it looks like. Check out this pretty lady here. So that's the wedding venue right there. That's where we're headed. It is so pretty. We're one of the early birds. And that's like the sea over there. That's amazing. The guest list actually got cut. We were supposed to have about 500 people coming, but then now it's got to cut to 100, and I think only a handful of them are showing up because of what's going on in Jakarta. I may have to voice over because there's music going on and it may be copyrighted and all that, but this is the footage of the resort. What a beautiful wedding. Wow. There we go. Well, you look at that full moon. So there's an after party going on, but only the young people are attending and everyone has their masks on. During the event, we were all seated pretty far away from one another because I guess no people didn't show up, and also we were trying to have distance. And guests have to put on masks except when they're taking a bite or taking a sip of wine, and everyone followed by the rules. That's amazing that we can still celebrate love at this time while respecting the boundaries and keeping each other safe. I had a few wine myself. I have a little bit of whiskey in my hand. I'm not really gonna go inside in the after party place. It's not very crowded at all. There's only about 20 people there. But everyone has their mask on again. It's a very respectful event in general, but I'm out here enjoying the full moon. I know you can't really see the full moon here, but I can see it with my naked eye. And it's just so beautiful tonight. So I'll have a driver pick me up in the morning, so I gotta go soon. And then I'm gonna continue filming. I'm gonna be going inland a little bit more. All right, I'm heading back to my room. Can't walk straight. I had a couple of drinks and I have slurred speech in case you can hear my voice. My friends are still there, but I left first because I guess I have duties tomorrow morning. I gotta wake up early and I gotta call everyone to go to breakfast because breakfast gets pretty packed. So it's fine when it's like 7 a.m. when things just opened up. So I'm gonna wake everyone up at 7 a.m. I'm the sensible one here, even though I'm a little bit tipsy. But look at how beautiful the lights are and the sounds of the frogs and everything. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna head back, shower, and get a good night's sleep. So I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. I'm like the only one here at breakfast. All the other guests were probably very hungover. I have a little bit of a headache from too much drinks, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this before I head over to another place. Checking out of the Ritz-Carlton. Look at how beautiful that is. It's very sunny out. That's the Hotel Kempinski, if I'm not wrong, right next door. And this is the compound that we were in. That was the wedding grounds from last night. They emptied out really fast. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to my next adventures in Seminyak. I have some really bad news, you guys. So the stores here, they are pretty much all closed. Could be a Sunday thing, but usually they should be open on Sundays. Or it could be due to COVID, but this is a really good store for a lot of macrames, a lot of pots, decorative pots. It's beautiful. So there are some ladies usually in there that are working on some of these weaving, and they also work in the villages. So I have a feeling they're kind of empowering the women, giving them jobs and livelihood to do something beautiful. And they also do wholesale, and you can also reach out to them on Instagram. I'm gonna have all that info. Well, the website's actually right there, but they do have an Instagram. So do check them out. So this is one side of the store. The store is actually huge. It goes all the way back. And if you want to look for decorative pots and things like that, look for this Terra Home Living on the Google Maps, and then look to the whole street, because this whole street is all about handcrafted, beautiful, potteries and things like that. Statues. They're all locally made. So look at how beautiful that is. And it's not that expensive. So I'm really bummed up that I cannot give you guys a tour, but I'll be back here after COVID in better times. And there's another window here actually. I'll show you what they have. I guess they do also have accessories here. My goodness, by the way, they have the best macrames. It's amazing. Yeah, and this is not advertised by any means. I came across this place very randomly a long time ago, and it just really caught my heart. It's very pretty inside. Look at all that handmade beauties. And if you live overseas, they also do wholesale. I don't know if I mentioned that. So yeah, and they can do custom as well and things. I have that pot actually. I don't know if you can see that. I have the cars in the way. There's a pot there with the shells. I have a spider plant living in there. It's very bohemian. I love the vibes here. Highly recommend. So I'm gonna move on. I'm going to a plant store, but I saw on the map that it's closed as well. But I'm gonna go anyway. So I'm feeling a little bit defeated. All these stores, they carry a lot of beautiful products. They're closed at the time. So they are usually a little bit more busy. They supply a lot of villas nearby. They also do a lot of exports. So yeah, all these shutter doors, they're all furniture, decorative, homewares, and there are a lot of really good planties out there. That is actually pretty nice. I guess we were passing by it very quickly, but those are some woven baskets. There are a lot of them around the island. You can buy them at the marketplaces. But here, this is almost like their wholesale street. So again, if you want to look for this street, just look for that Cara Home store, and then just walk around it, and you'll discover some really cool crafts around here. We are in front of Republic of Plants, and this is a local plant store here in Seminyak area, and they're closed. As you can see, the door is really pretty. I really love the display here. Actually, most of the plants are outside. They have a lot of succulents here. You can imagine them basking in this heat. This is very, very hot today, full sun. So they're doing really well here. Look at this Euphorbia white ghost. This is actually a pretty big one. Look at the top right here. Wow, what a beauty. I just want to chop it up and bring it home. Beautiful. Some rubber tree, and this is really beautiful beauty right here. This is the Euphorbia tri something. I'm about to do a video to show you how to propagate these guys. They have really interesting leaves, and this is a very bushy plant. So in my video, I'm going to show you how you can get them to be bushy like this. They're actually very, very magnificent. They're not expensive, easy to come by. They grow rather fast, and yeah, pretty pest-free too in my experience. Very pretty plants. So we cannot get in, but I'm going to try to film as much as I can. That's what the shop looks like. They do have a little bit of tropical plants in the middle section, not a lot, but they have like your common monsteras and things like that. Nothing rare in there. And then back there in the section, there's a lot of really, really cute pottery. And that's great here because pottery is one of those things that you can actually buy and bring back, or else you're gonna have a hard time bringing plants back home. Look at that little macrame with the coconut there, with that epipremnum and joy. There's a Scindapsus up there, Peperomia, Phytonias. Let me see, what else is there? A lot of Sansevierias and aloes. And these are the cuties here. These are all succulents here. And succulents probably love it here. Look at how hot it is right now. And I see some caladiums back there. This is an oxalis. Hello, cutie. Yeah. So very, very interesting display. I really love it. That's the Tradescantia Silamontana. Very beautiful, fuzzy Tradescantia. Also a succulent. Hates to be watered. And I love the crates here. Look at this. Very, very interesting tropical vibes. And let's look at some of these succulents here. You know, I'm really surprised that these can be left out like that. Because if this was in Jakarta, it would be gone in 60 seconds. People would take them. Let me see if I can poke around somewhere. So I have an opening here that I'm poking my camera into. So people are probably looking at me funny when I'm there's a Tillandsia back there. I don't know if you see it right smack in the middle. And yeah, this is a rather cute store. They're really not shy for color here. And then the floor is really beautiful. And look at the macrames right there in the middle. Oh, I just want to run my hands through them, but I can't. So these are some kalanchoes, some I don't know, not sedums. What are they? Echeverias, I think. Kalanchoes, Hadiora. I'm not very familiar with my succulents, to be honest. But yeah, so these are all hanging out here. And I remember, and yesterday I was in a restaurant where they actually put succulents on each table. So I guess this is kind of where they come from. They would just put it on restaurants or villas, and they're pretty easy to care for here. Yeah, look at that one. That's with the zebra-like spots. That's actually very pretty. There's some more up here. Oh my god, I'm so bummed up that we can't go inside. There's a beautiful Adansonii there. Let me come around actually. There's some cacti here. Some bunny ear cactus, Apuntias. But this is growing some really funky looking vine. It's not supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look a little bit more like this. This is their traditional shape. Yeah, so there are more of the cacti here. They must do really well here. And look at those Echeverias. And there's some pothos, Epipremnum. Some cryptanthus back there. Look at those pink babies. Yeah, these are very elegant looking actually, these succulents. I quite like them. I really love my vertical succulent bowl. So these are some grafted succulents, grafted cacti. Oh man. They have a lot more succulent collection here than when I came here last time. I'm totally interrupting somebody's phone call. There's like someone sitting in the corner and he's making a phone call. Let me see if I can come around. Yeah, that's it. I think I cannot show you any more than I want to see that. There's a hanging basket of succulents. That's cool. I don't know, you can't see it of course, it's not the reflection, but that's really cool. So I guess this is all I'm going to show you. I'll be back here in Bali next time, so watch out for that. Yeah, and this baby here, this is a Tomatophyllum bipinodiphyllum baby. They like full sun. So yeah, I'm going to keep walking down that way. There's a cafe that I'm going to, and they have really cool plants. So, oh, this is so heartbreaking. Look at that. This is a store that closed. All the stores here have closed. Look at that. That's for rent. Like everybody's out of business. This is really sad. How do we get out of this? So here's the cafe that we're going to. So this is what the restaurant looks like. And they have really cute little plants to keep us a company during our meals here. There's a Berlin Marx back there. It's very exfoliated because it's looking for light. It's a little bit dark here, but they can survive and they look so nice there. And then there are a lot of different propagations going on. This is really interesting as well. I do see some floral arrangements back there with fresh flowers. Bird of paradise has some anthuriums. Very pretty. This is the Tomatophyllum bipinodiphyllum. They actually use them here in many of the floral arrangements. I guess they just grow so fast that you can just cut them up and just use them as temporary decorations. For some of the fancier resorts and hotels, they do use that as well. Look at this beautiful trailing pothos. These are the golden pothos. And then here we have some philodendron. Very, very shiny philodendron. Hello. And then this is propagating away. Really love the pottery here. I think we have this at home. And that's really cool. The pottery here, the styling is just excellent. This one's just trailing off some lamp. And again, every table is different. This is the Syngonium Winlandii. It's grown in water. This is very, very murky water, but they are such cuties. It's actually very difficult to grow indoors. They get spider mites easily. And then I really love the decorations here with the wovens. This is quite nice. Look at that. So if you want some cute cash pots like these, come to Bali, of course, when it's safe to come out, because there's so many varieties here. They make them here. Very nice. And then there's some wonderfully hanging plants here. This is just trading over and around. This is very bohemian vibes. And again, they're consistent with having a companion with every table, so you're never alone. Such as me right now, I'm alone here. And then they do have some lifestyle products here, some baskets. And they're just everywhere. I adore this place because they're just adorned with plants. It doesn't cost a lot of money to have these around because you can just keep propagating them away and they don't require too much care. Let's go outside. They do actually have a backyard area. And here's a Ficus lyrata. And then there's some aglaonemas back there along the wall. A lot of philodendron burler marks. They actually are very easy, manageable, and they grow so fast. And they actually can trail. I'm quite surprised. Normally they like to climb up and cluster up, but then this is what happens when you give them lower light and they're forced to kind of trail down. This is more golden photo. So there's actually not that many species in here. They're just used over and over again. That's the Rhaphidophora. I really love the texture on the leaves. Very beautiful, and they grow really well on walls. They're almost considered a weed here. I know that they're considered rare in some places. And then you have your alocasias and palms and things like that here. So very, very nice integration for plants. And this is again they don't cost a lot of money. They're not rare aeroids, but then they're so easy to manage and they give us so much ambience here. Very nice. And I really like this dried up tree up here. You can hang so many things up here. I'm thinking about air plants and orchids actually. Came across this store and I guess they're closed. But these guys, they're supposed to be for candles, I guess. But they would actually make very, very good planters too. If you put a plastic pot, this gold one is really nice. If you put a plastic pot inside it, that would be quite nice. And it's a good size too. It fits like a 5 to 8 centimeters diameter pot. And the mugs too, look at how cute that is. Of course, there's too much reflection, you can't see it that well. But yeah, I like to put plants in mugs sometimes. This is a really beautiful plant growing right out of a sidewalk. Hello, beauty. Come and look at us. Sorry about the traffic noise. They're trying to put out even more flowers. Look at that. Very, very beautiful. Very simple leaves, but look at the condition that it was grown in. This one's trying to flower as well. Very, very cute. Here are some Tradescantia. I can't remember the name. Adam Hawa in Bahasa Indonesia. Look at how beautiful that purple is. This is kept on the sidewalk, so it's not in the best shape, I guess, but it is so beautiful. And then here we have a Kalanchoe, a whole pot of them. Look at that. There's the babies that are going to appear. And let me see, there's a whole bed of them. They're just thriving here, I guess. I came across this hair salon, yeah?
Yeah.
What is this place called again? Namanya?
Hair Seminyak.
Hair Seminyak. I'm gonna include the link on the screen, but they have a lot of plants here. They really caught my eye. If you look over there, it's lined up with plants. So they said over here that they actually do sell the plants here and they have a nursery in Canggu area. So I'm gonna quickly show you what they have just because it'll be interesting. So here I think this is Tonanti. I've never seen this kind of variegation. This is different from what I have. The new leaf is a little bit glossy, which is quite interesting. I really do like this specimen here. And here it looks like, let me look. It looks like a Malomina, but I could be wrong. I don't really know this plant. But it's very simple. I really like the lines here. Interesting, huh? This is the Begonia peripherimosa. Look at how beautiful it is. It's very happy here. So the owner here must really know their plants because I see that the plants here are very happy. This is the Syngonium mojito. And invariably, they tend to revert to a green color. But yeah, nobody knows how to keep the variegation. I think light, and some people say that lower temperatures will retain the variegation better. Here we have some Philodendron gloriosum. It's putting out a new leaf. This is quite a joy. I'm really thankful to find this in the middle of the Seminyak area. This is Philodendron dark lord. Look at how beautiful and glossy the leaves are. They actually look darker in person than on the screen. And look at that sheet there. And the black stem too. This is quite nice. The ones that I ran into, they actually have a lot of hard water stains. But I guess because this one's grown a little bit more indoors and well taken care of, it's got these beautiful shiny leaves. This is definitely a plant that I would say does better indoors than outdoors. And there's a Ficus lyrata back there. I think it wants more light. Yeah. And right up here we have some Peperomia scandens, variegata. And then down here I don't know what this is. This is a Ficus, more Ficus lyrata. And this is interesting. It says Madagascar Jewel. And I think it's so pretty, isn't it? Look at the leaves. Look at the pattern on them. This is pretty. And I think I see the mama plant. I don't know if this is the same plant, but I think it is. This is pretty cute too. Look at the flower. Hi. So there's some anthurium over here. Ficus taniki. This is really cute, variegated. What is this called? You forget it. Wax. It's a variegated wax ivy, but it's called the Senecio. Hang on, let me see if I can guess this. I just had a video on these. The Senecio macroglossous variegata. There. This is really interesting as well. I think this is more like a succulent, but I don't know the species exactly. And then this is, I believe, a Crassula ovata, a pretty fat one. Some Colocasia, Black Magic. There's a little doggy out there. Hello. Yeah, there are a lot of them that are quite new to me. I'm not sure what these are either. Let's see. Here it's called the ox tongue. I can't remember what this is. It slipped my mind. It starts with a G, if I'm not wrong. And here's another one. Actually, they're quite beautiful. Huh. I wonder how they are selling here because, I mean, this area is predominantly for tourists, and obviously tourists can't really bring these back. This is really cute. I don't know if this is Dryomopsis maculata because they have thicker leaves, I mean wider leaves if I'm not wrong, but they do have the tube-like tubers that grow out of them. And this one, I don't know what this is. I want to say this is an Apishkia, but I don't know. I guess this is Calathea Thai Beauty. Very happy white fusion here. And then Florida Ghost. Some caladiums out here facing away from us. This is some form of alocasia. I don't know what this is. There are so many types of alocasia, but this is trying to put out something interesting. I don't think this is part of the alocasia, is it? Not sure. This is a really beautiful caladium. And I believe this is the ones that are grown in Christmas. Like they put out red or beige new leaves. It's euphorbia, if I'm not wrong. This is interesting. This is definitely a begonia. Look at the main trunk here. It's so pretty. Hello. But the leaves, look at that. I don't really know this begonia. I haven't seen this in my area at all. Really wouldn't mind taking this back with me, but I guess I'm not going to be carrying plants on the airplane. But that's cute. I really love this. It's got Schefflera vibes for a begonia. And then I guess last but not least, you have the coleus here. And I guess actually they have, oh sorry, I missed this whole rack right here. That's a beautiful shelf here with a lot of plants. This is the Aglonema rotundum. And then, I don't know what this is. It looks like some kind of Dracaena. And then this is the Peperomia obtusifolia, tricolor, but this is so fat. The leaves are actually really fat on this one. Some Cryptanthus down here. We saw some pink ones earlier, but these ones are purple. And the thing about Balinese is that they're very open-minded about letting us film, because if this was in Jakarta, they would probably have said, do not film, but yeah, they kindly allowed us to film, so that's good. This looks like an aloe hybrid ZZ plant, baby ZZ plant. Of course, this is the Begonia maculata. I'm still trying to figure out how I can get the red leaves back, because once I propagated them, the new leaves had green back. It could either be because they're younger leaves, or it could be the light levels. And then this is an Alocasia lauterbachia, very prone to spider mites. And if you look at this probably used to have spider mites. This is the bite marks from the spider mites up close. Philodendron Birkin. Very nice to see these guys. Some familiar faces around here. That's a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. So I guess this is a pretty legit collector, and I see some more over there. Hi. This looks like this African milk tree. Interesting. Of course, there's some Sansevieria here. This is actually quite nice. I quite like this. It's got like these leaves on them. Didn't think I would run into new species here in a hair salon. Yeah. So support your local plant lover and come to this salon and get your hair cut. And we've got flamingos here. Hello everyone. This is what we call a cowboy cactus. And this one's trying to put out a flower. They only flower for about a night or 2 nights, and then that's it. So I'm in a little courtyard here. There's an event, and that's Titiktamu Coffee back there, which is a really popular coffee place. And look at all these things that are in flower. I think they came from those, I really don't know, but this is a very common plant. I see them everywhere. But this is what the flower looked like. Very interesting. You just dangle down. There's quite a lot of them. They're flowering quite profusely. Let me get a closer look. Very pretty. Something tells me that these guys are easy to grow, but then also very pest prone. So, yeah. So I checked into another hotel here in Seminyak. It's called Pasha Seminyak, and it's so pretty here. I actually really love the architecture. And right up there, that's a massive ceiling. I don't know if you can tell how tall it is, but it is in fact very, very tall. I feel like I'm in the Game of Thrones now. And then there's this spirally staircase. It's really, really quite beautiful. And here they have the library under this, I don't know what you would call this. Yeah, and then there's some plants outside. That's a pretty nice window. Yeah, I meant to find out what plant that is because it's flowered really well. It's really beautiful, and I see them kind of everywhere. So yeah, here's the view of the hotel. It's quite stunning. And this is actually made out of these, I don't know, clay bricks that are hexagonal in shape. So it's quite beautiful. This is my room for the next, for tonight basically. And it's very simple. This place is actually very, very affordable. It's very strategically located. There's supposed to be a lot of nightclubs and food around here, but I guess everybody's closed because of COVID. So that's a bed, looks very spacious. A lot of seating area. Really cool place for me to just sit and work, I guess. I'm gonna be editing videos soon. And outside, the view is actually quite nice. That looks a little bit African style, I guess. Or I don't know, maybe some part of Indonesia also have this style of huts. But it looks very abandoned. I don't think there are people there. And the sky is so blue today. Yeah, there's not really a lot going on. There's like a courtyard down there. So the bathroom is quite interesting. There's very spacious for sure. And here is the towel rack. Here's where you brush your teeth and do your business. So right there, I'm not gonna show you, this is the shower, it's huge. This shower fits like 5 people easily. So I'm looking for a Vietnamese restaurant and the Google Maps took me to this path. So I have to pass through a lot of these local homes. Hello, some birdies over there. I just hope I don't run into stray dogs here. They're sort of my #1 fear here. And maybe some motorbikes that are coming this way. Okay, I need to move away. I'm in a really adorable Vietnamese restaurant that's very French style, I guess. Look at that around us. There's a bar over there. I guess in the pre-COVID era, it's probably very packed. So yeah, I was craving for some Vietnamese noodles. That's why I'm here. We can either take this alleyway the same way we came back, which is pretty scary, or I can take the main road. It's a little bit of a detour. I guess I'm gonna take the main road since I'm all alone. I don't want to get mugged or haunted. This whole street is actually the busiest part of Seminyak, and on a Sunday, which is actually a time where it should be open, where tourists are here from Jakarta, from all over the world. And look at the condition now. Everything is gone dark. All the shops are closed. It is a really weird time to be here. Welcome to the nightlife of Bali in Seminyak. This is the most happening place in Bali, and here La Favela. This is actually one of the most popular clubs here in Bali. But everything is pretty much. But usually there will be a line down the block all the way, but yeah, it's very, very slow. But they have some live music, which is really great. So I passed by a bunch of masseuses, ladies, and they were offering to massage. I mean, they are kind of lined up along the street, and they don't really have work over the pandemic. And some of them actually said free massage. That's crazy, the fact that you would offer free massage. I mean, of course, people will tip them, right? But that's just how bad the industry is currently. So, my goodness. So I've arrived in Ubud, and this is the place that I'm staying at. And I've been here 3 times. This is my 3rd time staying in this Sumatra house. And I particularly like it because it is a traditional Balinese house. This is what the entrance looks like. And then when you go in, it's an actual traditional Balinese courtyard here. And there are actually a lot of these guest houses all over Ubud, so feel free to look one up and see which one is to your liking. And in Ubud you have this type of guest houses. You have your backpackers, hostels options. Then you also have your world-class resorts. So Ubud is basically the mountainous region here in Bali, and the climate here is a little bit different. Yeah, the pacing is very different. It's the cultural center here, where a lot of people do arts and crafts. And there are, let me think, what is there? There's food here, and it's a digital nomads land here. A lot of digital nomads live in Ubud. It's more peaceful, a lot of yoga, a lot of meditation. So it is a very different vibe from down in the beach area. And then it's quieter. The air is a little bit more cool. But let me show you this place. So these are all the renovated guest rooms because up front that was actually just the lobby. And traditionally, Balinese locals would actually live in these compounds, but then again, they have been renovated so that they can fit guests. And this is actually a swimming pool, and that's where the breakfast area is. And this place is really, really inexpensive. Feel free to look up the rates online, but it's very, very affordable. And that is actually my room. I'm gonna take you to my room and show you what it looks like. But there's a little garden out here, very peaceful. And yeah, so that's my room. It's very simple. I would rate this maybe a 2-star hotel, where you don't really have a lot of the amenities of the luxurious resorts, but you're really paying, I would say, only 10% of what you would pay in those fancy hotels. And look at this. You actually do get something nice out of here without hurting your bank account. So I always stay here when I'm in Ubud. It's my 3rd time here. And I'm gonna take you outside. It's super cloudy out now, but I'm gonna take you outside because I do need to find some food to show you what it looks like around here. Everything that I want, let me show you the bathroom. Everything that I want, like cafes, restaurants, and all, are all, hello. Yeah, this is the bathroom. It's very simple, super simple. They're all around here, so it's all within reach. I don't really have to take a car or anything. So when I'm here, I literally spend the 3 or 4 days just kind of be with myself, do a little bit of work, eat some good food. Oh, sorry, and it's worth mentioning that the owner told me that all the staffs had to leave because there were no businesses here. So she's kind of managing it on her own, and I'm the only guest tonight here. So in all this whole compound, I am the only one up in the mountains. And there's a lot of mythical folklore or rumors about Ubud, this whole area being a little bit, how do you call it, saturated with spirits. Unfortunately, I don't believe in that. Otherwise, I would be probably very, very spooked out being alone here. But I'm totally fine, just so you know. I'm a complete atheist that way. So I tried to find an Indian restaurant. I couldn't find one until now. It took me quite a hike. But here I've got some lamb vindaloo. Vindaloos are my favorite. They're very spicy with a little bit of basmati rice, mango lassi, and an amazing Balinese traditional home view. And this tour counter here, there's an apiskia with the Euphorbia trigona. There's something else behind it. Looks so cute clumped up like this. Here are some begonias. Sitting next to Schefflera. The begonias are a little bit bleached. I think it's just too bright for it. It's a little bit direct sunlight here. If you look at the sky. And this is actually one of the really good store for acai. How do you pronounce it? Acai. And it swings over here. There's some begonias here and they're grown in water. Interesting, right? Totally aquatic. I guess they can adapt to many living situations. But the main stem is really nice. I don't really see this begonia back home, so yeah, look at this one. Let's see. This one's dried out a bit, I guess. It's not doing as well as that other one. But look at how pretty it is from the back. Yeah. If you look at here, this is the backyard of people. There are little pots over there. I'm not gonna get inside, it's privacy. And there's some ferns, I guess, some cordylines back there. So this is what a private residence look like. Some of them you can actually go inside because there are businesses in there. There's so many motorbikes here, that's annoying. Noise pollution, but look at how pretty that is. This place has a lot of mounted plants. I need to stop talking every time a motor passes by because you'll never hear me. There's a lot of Kadaka fern, staghorn fern, some apiscias hanging there. I do like this wire setup here from Tradescante and Nanook. Very nice vertical wall here. This is a Thai restaurant too. Oh yeah, and that's them, in case you were wondering. It smells really good here. The cooking smells really, really amazing. So this is actually my favorite street in Ubud area, and this is the reason why I come here all the time. I see so many stray dogs just over there. And it's usually packed with like tiny little restaurants and little cute shops like this. And sorry, the motorbike is so loud. So the stores here are very small, so the restaurants and the businesses, they have to look super cute. Oh my god, okay. Traffic, man, I tell you. I did not know that traffic was so loud until I started recording because the mic picks up everything. Anyways, this street is super cute. It's got a lot of restaurants and bars at night, and they're also tiny in the square area that they have to decorate themselves really, really well. And then the food is usually excellent here. Because if the food wasn't good, they would not survive very long here. And mostly the people that come here are like Japanese, Koreans, and Europeans. Local Jakarta people, they don't know this place at all. A lot of digital nomads come here as well. There's a lot of health food places. But again, they're all hunkered down, they're closed down from COVID. But do come here after COVID when you have the chance, and come here in the evening, right around sundown. You can check out the stores, have a good dinner, and grab some ice cream here. It's a really romantic walk. I recommend it. It feels kind of like you're in Hong Kong or Japan, where the stores are so small and precious and the streets are narrow. And this is supposed to be a walking street, so cars are technically not allowed in here. But somehow the cars made it in here, I guess because of COVID. Oh yeah, but this Korean grill place is open. I guess I'm gonna be having dinner here tonight. And continuing down the street, this is the newer development of the street. So there are some new stores here. Look at how cute that is. There are like these gelato places, but unfortunately they're closed. Oh no. What am I gonna do for 3 days? I'm in Ubud and I just finished doing a plant tour video here with thousands bloom and a little doggy here. Hello, I hope you're friendly. And I'm walking back towards the main road. So this is actually a pathway where only motorbikes can come in. It's about 500 meters in from the main road, so it's about 10 to 12 minutes walk. It's a really beautiful walk, as you can see here. And there's a famous restaurant here that, again, is only accessible by motorbike or by hiking. It's called Pomegranate. And there's a co-working space here, co-working office, very nice. Yeah, and this is the Pomegranate, that restaurant that we're talking about. So this is a really interesting area to explore in Ubud. Lots and lots of rice paddies around us. As you can see, very few restaurants, I believe, and villas around here. It's a more quiet part of Ubud that is away from the hustle and bustle. So I really had a good time here. This place is so surrounded by beauty and peace and quiet, except with the roosters crowing in the background. I've been filming quite a lot of content here, more than I thought I would. So I'm a little bit exhausted. I'll be editing some videos. I'm a little bit tempted to extend my stay in Bali because the cases for COVID is becoming really crazy back home in Jakarta, and Bali is still declared a green zone, and that means that the infection rate here isn't that crazy. But I've got Gia, my dog, and the babysitter that's taking care of her, and I've got the business to run back home. So I don't know, I'm a little bit conflicted. I've got 2 more days here, but a lot of the shops are closed, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. So I'm gonna walk out and find lunch today and edit videos for the rest of the day. And I was supposed to film a lot of plant contents on public plants around Ubud area. But my goodness, the traffic noise is so loud. So I may actually end up filming some of the cool plants I ran into on the streets of Ubud, but I will probably have to do a voiceover. So that's really annoying. I did not know that the traffic noise is such a big thing, because back then I didn't have a microphone on me. But noise pollution, man, that is quite a terrible thing. Look at this cute little place here. It's I don't know what this is. This is a retreat center. It's got salt water, swimming pool. Very interesting. That's their compound. Look at those flowers just hanging out here. This is a really nice hike. I highly recommend it. And look at that. That's like a little spa thing. You could like dip your feet in there and I don't know. Alright. So I'm gonna turn off the camera and then I'll probably see you at lunch. I don't know what I'm getting at. Again, all the restaurants. Well, not all, but some of the restaurants are closed. This is actually really beautiful right here. Very nice. Orchids, I guess. So on the way back, I did walk by this little art gallery. It's a very impromptu art gallery / hut. Look at this Jackson Pollock thing happening here. It's pretty nice, actually. Quite like it. And then if you were up to me, I probably would like this one actually. I like how childlike and innocent it is and how minimal it is. These little fishies are quite nice as well. And then they also have the traditional Balinese painting. I really quite like those fish actually. Yeah, look at those butts over there. Halo.
Silakan.
Ya, makasih. These caladiums are totally thriving out here in very good direct sunlight. This is the most successful variant of the caladiums. Maybe they're also the easier to take care of. This is a new leaf, it's still a little shiny. But they're kind of everywhere here. Either they're grown for their beauty, because they're selectively put here, I guess, or maybe because they're just some of the easier ones to grow, because not all caladiums are built the same. I'm in Clear Cafe, and this is an anthurium flower that is cut, and every table is adorned with one of these guys. Very, very interesting. But let me give you guys a quick plant tour around here. It's got really beautiful vibes here, very jungle vibes. And you do have to take off your shoes to get inside this place. But there's a little garden section up front. These are all bamboos. There's a garden section downstairs, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So they have these marigolds all over the place. These beautiful flowers. Some Tradescantia zebrinas, peace lilies, variegated hibiscus, caladiums, Dieffenbachias. And what's really interesting here are the Calathea macayonas, which are huge. They're doing really well here. This is getting very, very medium, sort of filtered light, medium indirect light. There's a fern going on here. Generally speaking, whenever I come here, they're quite well maintained. There's some Calathea ornatas. And look at how cute these Calathea, these are Tonality Burlemart. They look really nice here to kind of break the space apart. Very thoughtful. And then back there, of course, you have a pot of philodendron. I don't know what this is, just the Burlemarks, I guess. It's living a little bit in the dark, but I guess it's doing quite okay. It looks so nice here. And of course, it's really adorable that they have these anthurium flowers in every table. And this is why I'm here. It's the breakfast burrito at Clear Cafe. It's really, really, really tasty. There's eggs, there's some baked beans in there, avocado, just really amazing stuff. I would have to stop by here every time I'm visiting Ubud, so I highly recommend this. Second night in Ubud, and this is actually the favorite intersection that I talked to you about. Look at how dark that is. That's normally lit up really nicely, and this really cool bar upstairs is closed. This is a really nice corner to take a photo because it really looks like you're in the middle of Hong Kong. But I'm gonna have dinner here in a Korean barbecue place. This restaurant actually looks really nice. It's got fern lined up along the wall. I don't really know how they care for this fern. I guess you can kind of take them outside. They're on this wire mesh. I don't know if you can see it from here. And then just maybe hose them down and let them be in the sun for a few hours. And yeah, other than that, the decor is very, very simple. And the food, I've been here before, and the food is really, really good. So, oh, and whenever I go out, I have two bottles here. These are both 7 juice, my own creation. The one on the right, this is alcohol, 70%, aloe vera, vitamin E, and bergamot. So this is for hand sanitizing. And this next one is similar with bergamot. So it's scented naturally with essential oils. But this is alcohol and just water. So it is not, it doesn't have aloe vera and vitamin E. So yeah, I use these. So before I eat, I would sterilize my utensils. And of course my hands, and sometimes my mobile phone as well. That was actually a very satisfying meal, but look how empty the street is. It's about 8 o'clock, and usually the shops will open pretty late here because people do shop pretty late at night, probably until 9 or 10 o'clock. It's a little bit creepy because of how dark it is, and I want to make sure I don't step into a hole. The pavement along Ubud is not the friendliest to travelers. A lot of people trip over these weird steps and holes and such. But yeah, my hotel is further down that way, and I must say this is a pretty sad sight. It is my last night in Bali. I'm leaving in the morning, so I guess this is my last vlog before I leave. I just want to sum up my experiences here so far. Things are very, very sad looking here in Bali. And I think when the next time I come back here, it will have a better condition, better situation here. So this is by all means not an accurate depiction of what Bali looks like, but this is actually a unique experience. I think we'll only experience this kind of quietness, this kind of peace once in a lifetime. And I don't know how I feel about doing one of these travel style vlogs, because it does take away from the experience a bit when I keep having to whip out my camera to tell you guys what's going on with the trip. So I have mixed feelings. I don't know if the next time I travel, after COVID of course, whether I want to continue doing these travel style vlogs. This has definitely been an interesting experience for me. Thank you so much for coming along with me. That's my room over there. I hope that you guys are staying safe, and I hope that this video brings you guys closer to the outside world. And let's wait for things to reopen up again. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.